It's always something so beautiful about like nature. Like it's something very scary and something beautiful about it at the same time. You know, I don't really know what it is, but it's just like something that's so peaceful, but it's like, I think that's kind of like how God, that's how you look at God, because nature is literally from God's hand. Like I'm looking at nature now and I'm in the woods, like it's just straight woods around here, right? And I found this like little park up in the hills in New Jersey, and I'm looking at it and it looks so nice, but I can only imagine what this looked like when when the earth was first made. I can only imagine what it looked like after before we humans, effed it up. I think about that a lot, like how I was, when I was just a baby and I was born, and how pure minded I was before I effed it up for the first 26 years of my life. I think about that a lot, you know. But one thing I'm gonna talk about today, like, first of all, I want to talk about like holiness and how I started the journey of semen retention. Why I started, I made a video on this before, but like what it's done for me. This has been literally 5 months, about 100, I think that's 150 days. I've been on semen retention. And I remember when I first started, the first 30 days were the most frustrating. I was tired, I couldn't sleep, I was angry all the time, I was horny all the time, I was ready to fuck anything that walked. I couldn't see, like, I'm like, I couldn't focus in work, I couldn't focus on anything during those first 30 to about 60 days. And I was like, I'm still gonna get through it. I'm fighting every single night. I remember waking up out of the bed I would wake up out of the bed and do like 100 push-ups. And just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like using the energy, just flipping my energy, flipping my urges into something that's productive, because I didn't want to let go of my seed. But even through that really tough period of that first 30 to 60 days, there were so many benefits. And the benefits was like, I remember going to the gym and being able to lift heavier, having more energy to lift, having more energy to go to go somewhere, or more confidence when I talk. I was always extremely ready. Like I had a great feeling of readiness. And I got that from, semen retention. And that's why I think a lot of people should get on semen retention, because I think it has so many benefits that you wouldn't even understand until you're on it. Like you don't understand these benefits until you go ahead and give it a try and you don't break a streak. You just have to get past those first 90 days, and you're gonna see benefits in those first 90 days. But those cons of non-sleep, anger, maybe you can't focus on certain things, like those cons go away after the first 90 days. What happens is your body stops getting used to releasing, right? But it still has those urges, and if you're like me, your testosterone is high, so it's gonna have these urges and these releases, and it needs to release it somewhere. So what it does is it starts releasing it in other forms of your life. It starts releasing it when you lift. It starts releasing it when you talk, when you focus, when you have to grind, right? It starts keeping you awake even when you get 3-4 hours of sleep. And yeah, that's just one of the most beautiful benefits of semen retention. Is like your skin gets clearer, everything is better, bro. Everything is better. Like the way I looked before, I'm not saying I'm the most handsome guy, but like my skin was clearer, my bones got like denser. It's like kind of crazy how like just holding your life force works. Like, and it makes sense, because why would God tell you to be holy and you wouldn't look more holy when you holding your seed for him? And one of the best benefits is a desexualized brain. A lot of us don't have a desexualized brain, bro. Somebody's track hawk, of course. Yeah, a lot of us don't have a desexualized brain. A lot of us don't have a brain where, we could look at a woman, we don't see lust immediately, where we, kind of just sexualize her as soon as we see her. And I think this is what causes you to lack so much confidence when you talk to women, because you're immediately so caught in the cycle of 2026 where we have such a pornographic brain. And when you have a pornographic brain, you can look, you look at a woman and you don't see her as God's creation. You see her as an object. You see her as an object that you could use. And that even if she displays herself as that, me on Semen Retention, I still don't see that. I see God's creation, right? I see God's creation, and this woman is just battling with herself. And my only goal is just to move her towards God. I'm not trying to date her. I don't want to be romantic with her. I would never be romantic or date someone that is fornicating outside of marriage, or is, giving into their lust. But I still see the beauty in them that they just don't see in themselves, which is why they react so much to their flesh.